I guess.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hello and welcome to Talking with TalksALot, the variety talk show where comedy addicts go to withdrawal. Joining us today is Fat Steven Seagal. This man, I don't care what anybody says, is a wonderful individual. I enjoy hanging out with him, and I fucking love his sense of humor. Real quick, let's give a shout out to the chat. Arwin Avalon, pleasure to see you. Elegabilis. Every time. Good to see you, sir. One-man show, as always. Welcome. Hello, hello. So, rumor has it you like video games, bro.
Yes. I also like doing asthma on Twitch, disguised as a hot anime girl with laryngitis.
That must be a very lucrative business.
It is until they ask me to take off my shirt.
Well, you know, that's why trauma counselors exist.
And they do. It's like pick a fold and nipple it, you know.
Indeed. Pick a fold and nipple it. Wow.
I really like your laugh. Hi. I like long walks on the beach and 2D art.
Who doesn't? I mean, honestly.
I'm making it worse already. I'm going to talk about video games. He's talking about nipples. By the power of Grayskull, I mess things up. I'll try again. Let's start over. The whole stream over Sailor Moon. Let's go. I really do not know the way today.
Uganda kid. Oh my gosh.
You are my queen for the next hour.
Hello, Lasso. I'm so glad you could make this. It's already 10 times better than I thought it would be. I thought he was going to come out here and talk about trucks, but you know.
Drugs.
Just
I
kidding.
just ate half a brownie before I came in here.
Ooh, good.
No, I had
As
to.
time goes on.
Watch this morning. I had to. Oh my god.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of your live stream talking about some crazy stuff over there.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Our chocolate chips racist. That was the main theme of the story. You're allowed to have white and chocolate chips in the same cookie, or is that considered segregation?
I don't think that segregation is necessary with the chips, but you know, I'm also a guy who likes to mix the peanut butter chips in there too. So
that's pretty good. And then eventually, what happens is people yell at you, going, "Why did you put rainbow covered chips in there? Don't you like? You're not being inclusive enough." So eventually, it's no longer a cookie; it's just a chocolate mess.
yeah, well, you know, the rainbow chips, there's a little too much soy for my liking. So
yeah, they're always demanding to be bitten first. I hate it.
Indeed.
Yes.
So, what is your favorite types of video games that you get to play?
Honestly, horror. If I can't
Horror
get
games?
horror, if I can have horror and shooter, I'm good. Like Resident Evil or like stuff like Soma. Anything that like when you play a game and for first time and that jump scare gets you racing and you feel so stupid. I've let myself go.
Hello,
Yes.
Omega Star. I'm so glad you could come. Anyway,
But
what's your
games,
favorite horror game so far?
so far?
Yeah. Because you never
YouTube.
know if a good one's going to come out. There they
YouTube.
are again.
Who?
The bots. Hide user on channel.
You know a trick, right? You see their name.
Mhm.
Would you just copy and paste it and put it in the what do you call it? The banned words.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That's what I did when I was getting a hit with spam bots about stuff.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I will have to keep that in mind.
That's why I keep a lot of political terms out of my channel too.
Hell yeah.
You
So-
don't let me type this. Oh, I don't know what happened.
So, what did you say your favorite game was? I'm sorry.
YouTube.
YouTube is your favorite
because
horror game? Okay.
Come on, you haven't woken up and checked your studio going, oh God, am I still going to be here tomorrow? That's the
Of
horror
course.
game in general. It's like, oh great, I'm no longer a timeshare. I'm now a monitor. It's great. But
All right.
no,
So, what's your favorite video game, horror genre wise?
that's a hard one. But not for maybe horror themed would have to be Phasmophobia right now. That's the ghost hunting one where you can do multiplayer. Because as soon as I start talking about Last Jedi or Kathleen Kennedy, the ghost kills me. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And then the chat's just counting the deaths, and I'm blocking them from my chat ever again. And eventually it's just me alone in a corner without cheesecake. But no, I think Phasmo's pretty good. I do play Fortnite. Don't judge me, but it's because you can play with a lot of people in the community because of the cross-platform.
Yeah.
Destiny, I've gone back into with the Witch Queen.
Okay.
It depends. If the game catches you and the gameplay's good, I'll play like. But and I'm not going to talk about Battlefield right now because Battlefield's pretty much a toilet paper. Steven knows his stuffing. Thank you, Terry.
Hello, In Tandem DJ. Glad you could join us. So, have you played any of the Dark Souls games before?
I actually have the Dark Souls 2 Collector's Edition when it came out. I still have that metal case. Dark Souls 1, Demon Souls. Demon Souls is what sprouted it all. But I think Odin Sphere was before that. But yeah, I played all of them. Scholar of the First Sin was a good do with the Dark Souls 2.
Yes, I'm glad that they fixed it.
Yeah, they did.
Very glad that they fixed that. It was unplayable before they released that edition.
Oh god, I loved it. Like, yeah, Dark Souls is that game where like you'll play a couple levels, realize how much you messed up, and then you'll restart all over again, and you'll do better. And when we got Dark Souls 2 and they gave us the whole Sif, the Knights of Victorious, I'm talking about that whole DLC. It was just Dark Souls is great for one thing. It gives you just enough lore to come up with your own storytelling, but not enough where it spoils you, and it kind of just takes you in. And you're playing Elden Ring right now. We were talking backstage, right? How do you feel about open world DS?
I am enjoying it, but this is one of those things where I am going to have to restart at least one time in the near future in order to do it correctly, because I'm level 24. I still have no idea what I'm doing or where I'm supposed to be going. Because the biggest problem I had with Dark Souls games was like I had no idea where to go. And now that I'm in an open world where I have no idea where to go, like I need my brother to hold my hand through some of this.
You're gonna hate this. You know, there's like multiple endings, right?
I do.
Yeah. No, just go in and have fun. Honestly, that's the whole thing with this thing. It's an open world, so you can learn by elimination and figuring out your builds, and you can also watch other streamers to get an idea. But dude, go in head first. Yep,
I'm currently working on a dex strength build, doubling
Katana.
I'm gonna try the twin blade since they brought that back. See how that goes. If I'm not happy with that, which I've never been happy with twin blades in the past, I'll probably switch to a katana.
Did you play Dark Souls 3?
I did.
I was a Dark Sword.
Hello, lovely Sherry.
Yeah, I was a Dark Sword junkie builder. You know what I mean? You know the Dark Sword you got from you had to farm those the dudes in right before you were fighting. Yeah.
My big build was pyromancy in the third one.
Oh yes.
Like Dark it was Souls, so OP. It was like
when they brought pyromancy in, I think that was Dark Souls 2. It changed everything, and that was that. But the one level I always say for last was the blight area where everything's poison and you're going down the wooden. Screw you from
Blight Town.
I hate Blight Town so much.
Yeah, I spent probably like I don't know 10 or 12 hours just grinding Blight Town, trying to get through it and stuff. And then my brother's like, why don't you use the back way? I'm like, there's a back way? And sure as shit, you go down through the little like cliffside walkways where that leads, one way goes to the dragons and the other way goes straight to the bottom of Blighttown. Don't have to worry about it. I'm like, you couldn't have told me this before. I wasted,
Oh, but yeah, honestly, my favorite maybe horror-esque games is the Dead Space series, except for 3.
Oh, yeah.
Dead Space. Even the Wii one was good because they gave that with the collector's edition of 2. And I love the Wii one where you had to like use your analog sticks to target and shoot because the movies interlinked with the games. So yeah, Dead Space. Dead Space hands down. Dead Space has the best intro next to Alien movies.
Yeah, dude, Dead Space 1 and 2 got me hooked big time. And then the third one, I feel like they went too much action game, not enough horror.
Yeah.
And like I loved the weapon customization in the third one.
And the scavenger bots, you can send off to find materials for you.
Yeah, buddy. That was great. But I mean, other than that, it definitely felt like a downgrade. But most thirds are these days.
Yeah, but the co-op aspect, what they were adding, which was pretty cool, because we didn't figure out when I started playing with people, is that one person would get horror visions while the other person wouldn't, and it would swap via characters when you're doing co-op. But I still have the collector's edition of Dead Space 2, and I still have the original batteries in the plasma cutter that came with it. The plastic one that looked really like dinky, yeah, and it still lights up, it still makes the sounds. And I was like, I'm not getting rid of this. They are remaking Dead Space for today's values, and I'm kind of scared. So it's gonna be like Isabella Clarke, and she's gonna be running around just asking for the Necromorphs manager or some weird crap like that. No longer
Great.
plasma cutters, it's gonna be plasma protest signs. So it just fires Rees everywhere.
I could see that. Like, they need to stop remakes and stop reboots.
Did you play the mobile one? They had a mobile Dead Space game.
I didn't. The only real mobile games I've ever played, honestly, are like Hole.io and Puzzle and Dragons.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, like I've never been a real big mobile gamer. Like,
unless it's porn Tetris.
Well, that's always a good way to kill time when it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You know. And your carpal. Yeah. Careful with that kung fu grip.
Yeah. Kung Pao, the fist continues. But what about you? What's your favorite game?
My favorite game of all time is Alpha Protocol. I love that game, 100%.
That's the dude. That's the one with the actor, right?
No, Michael Thornton was the main character. It was like the espionage RPG for the Xbox 360, and it gave you the dialogue. It gave you a dialogue feel, kind of along the same lines as Mass Effect, but it was, one of those games where if you chose to be stealthy and not kill anybody, like you got certain bonuses towards the end of the game. But if like you just went all merc, just murder everything, and like you get to the end and the guy's like, I like the bad guy is like, I like the way you work. You want to join my team? And yeah, like every time I choose to bash his face into the table, but it's a fun game overall. Very basic as far as RPG goes. Comes with the New Game Plus that lets you start with your skills and stuff. But Alpha Protocol was great.
Obsidian, when Obsidian was still doing stuff like Fallout New Vegas and all
yeah.
You would were you an Alan Wake person at all or no?
I tried to get into the Alan Wake stuff, but
it's the flashlight thing, right? It was just like, this is irritating. I gotta flash you, and then I gotta shoot you.
Yeah, it was a bit much.
What about Control?
Don't think I ever played Control.
Picture like X-Files and SCP mixed together in one giant like complex that is alive. And you get telepathy, floating, you're fighting like a fridge. If you don't stop staring at it, will eat you and stuff like that. Like, and it had an Alan Wake DLC, which brought the boss from Alan Wake into their universe in a subset of the comp. I love games. If you don't know what SCP is, you would probably lose your crap in SCP lore and stuff.
SCP.
Secure, contain, protect. And they even have like games like that, and they have a whole like wiki universe of stories and short stories about like the unkillable creature. They have God in their complex. They have like a Commodore 64 that has developed AI, and it's on like a 64-bit hard drive, and it's stuff like that. You eat a bubble gum, and it turns you into a puddle of bubble gum, and it's. I am not kidding. You put on 3D glasses, like the old 3D glasses, like from the 50 theaters, and you see creatures from another dimension. And if they notice that you see them, they kill you. You have the undying man who comes up through walls and can go through walls and sucks you into his own dimension. There is so much, and the storytelling and the short videos that got all over YouTube is you want to lose a few hours, just put one of those playlists on, and it feels like you're listening to like a what do you call it? Like when you're getting like a debriefing or a briefing, like we were seeing on like sci-fi shows or X-Files, you're saying what's going on, what you're going on. It's like done like that, and it's just Control is a game like that, but so well done. I can't explain it. It's one of the only games I've ever platinumed on PlayStation because I loved it so much.
Alrighty,
I'm a dork.
So, do you specifically play PlayStation, or are you multi-console kind of guy? Or
I have a Switch. I have a PlayStation 4. I do have a computer with the Xbox Live, so I've been playing some Xbox games, but it's whatever's available for free, right? Because some of my story is I started on YouTube around 2020, That was when the height of lockdowns and stuff. I won't get too much into it, but eventually, by November, my job, I was working retail, Hot Topic, go figure. I like because I was able to relate to the products, right? Like anime, movies, music, all that
for
stuff,
sure.
and make a sale. Plus, I was on disability, so we were only allowed working part time. This was a job that actually hired me on because that and was very abiding to my $200 paycheck a month I could make without getting taxed off disability. They laid me
Right.
off by November, so I made YouTube a full time job. Like I mentioned, made it an extension of me and my house, and I got into gaming, pop culture here, and started busting my ass. So it's pretty much been gaming a lot. I love gaming because you can. The real world
Hell yeah.
sucks.
It does. And gaming allows you to not only escape the real world, but connect with other individuals that you might not have in the past. Like,
Yeah.
I've trolling on Watch Dogs, for instance. I met some really fun people to play with on Xbox. Like,
Yeah, Phasmo was me too. That, and I've met other creators, and what I do is like if I'm streaming it live, and they're like Twitch creators, or I would develop a friendship, but I would also put their channel in my chat, and they would get new followers, and their followers would come over and check me, and that's how you're starting that cross pollination as well. But yeah, I get what you're saying. If Fortnite is a major thing because now Fortnite seems to be all over our community in a way, right? That's why you always hear, okay, don't forget to use Fat Dash Steven Seagal on all your Epic Store purchases, like stuff like that. Because but people mock it, but when you're playing with friends and you have 16 people in the lobby laughing and having a good time, it changes everything. And yeah, gaming is something that I think is needed.
Yep.
Like Abby in a 2-4.
Like
Abby in a 2-4, yeah.
Okay.
Last of Us 2. Remember how that went down?
Barely. I remember a lot of people complaining about it. I was put off by that game just because of the amount of people complaining about it. So,
well, let's just say anyone who did videos, Sony was using a third source company. Ryan Kindle got hit with 2 strikes, almost got his channel taken down.
I remember that.
Yeah, they beat up Joel. There was a whole bunch of stuff. Like if you played the first one,
like 10 minutes,
you got bored.
Yeah.
I understand. It has a great storyline, and what you see, if you actually do develop a chance to go back and play it, and then you see what they've done with 2, you'll understand where the whole controversy lies in between it. But no,
okay.
I'm sorry. I have ADHD, and my grandmother used to call me motor mouth because I just go off.
You're good. That's why we're here, is to talk and run our mouths. But I also have ADHD, but that is typically why I can't watch more than 10 minutes on YouTube at a time. I'm like,
me too, because I keep swapping back through multiple different tabs nonstop.
Yeah. So when it comes to other entertainment, what do you like to do? You big in movies?
God, no.
No,
there's not really good movies at all anymore. Like No Way Home was. I was bored with Batman. I was literally bored. I was bored. I'm like, it wasn't about woke. It wasn't about a stage. I was bored. I was so bored.
Well, that seems to be the theme around modern entertainment these days. Is it's just boring.
Yeah,
and like even some major, I'll call them corporate content creators like James Gunn have admitted that things are boring these days. And do you think that that's because we as consumers have already had all the best stuff and we just underwhelmed, or do you think it's because of the direction that they're taking it?
Honestly, I'm not going to pay $40 for a ticket, popcorn, and a soda, and tell me how bad my penis looks. I don't need that. I really don't. I'm sorry.
This is true.
It's escapism, not a lecture hall. I want a lecture hall to go to college. It's that, and it's also like, well, WandaVision. Let's look at WandaVision from Disney Plus. That's a prime example of where I think I lost attachment with mainstream. I was spending hours going through like the weekly trailer at 0.25 play speed. I was trying to break it down. I was going through Marvel comics, Marvel wikis, and I was trying to make the attachment of what names and everything and what they were trying to go with. And then when we hit by the fourth or fifth episode, and they went to the Ralph Boner, I was out because the where we thought we were going, or the potential could have gone to make a Disney Marvel universe something fantastic. It turned out to be nothing more than a deflated balloon, and it killed it for me. And that's why I don't put much faith in mainstream media. There are something anime is where it is. Black Clover, Trigun, Full Metal Alchemist, Ergo Proxy, Kimi no Toki, like that.
Have you watched Fairy Tail?
I have watched it. I'm not very remembering of it, but yes, I
Okay.
do know all about the Salamander clan. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm still in the first season of Fairy Tale, but I feel like that's a pretty good anime so far. Does it keep up the energy through the series?
I only got past the first season. That's what I'm saying. I
Okay.
actually, because that was what was there for English dub, but like My Hero Academia was great. I did
Yeah.
enjoy that. One Piece I forced myself into.
Dude, that is such a huge show. Oh my god.
It's not even huge. It's the intro music that was killing it for me. Because I was like, this doesn't match what you're trying to tell me right here. And then you start getting introduced to Luffy, and it's just, oh, okay, I'm gonna see it. Like Hunter x Hunter was good. Like there's so much. And then you're looking at this cartoon and like Sword Art Online and stuff like that. And then you're looking at like theater movies and like whether it's like Civil War or in all this stuff, you can feel a detachment of care for characters, and that's where I think it is. If you can't, I don't care if you want to make a character black, white, or plaid. If I can't relate to them as a human being, then I don't want to watch it.
Right. I think a lot of people are like that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Daryl.
General Daryl, the derelict. Hello,
Yeah, he's
there.
a good dude. But it's you know what I mean? It's like time is precious. Life is too short.
Mm-hmm.
And the things like, I think mainstream is more affected by the divide of the fans than it is the divide of how it's delivering its content. And I think that's why it's draining, because can I watch a film or a TV show without having someone either defending the opposite of your opinion or coming at you for your opinion? And it's just,
right.
It's like being in a sinkhole, and you're surrounded by different movie titles, but you don't know if the next movie title is going to be a sinkhole or solid ground.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And see, another huge problem with today's entertainment is the fact that everyone feels that their opinion is far more than opinion. They all act like what they spew out is nothing but unadulterated fact and unadulterated fact. And it's bullshit. Like, we're allowed to have opinions. That's why the internet fucking exists. You know, that's why YouTube is such a big deal, because everybody's got all the opinions they want to share out. And we shouldn't get attacked for having an opinion unless that opinion is so retarded and harmful that, you know, it goes against established actual facts, like the fact that pedophiles should be executed.
Whoa.
You know, like, I'm just examples.
Oh, I know. I was just being like, whoa. I was being like, whoa. But no, I get what you're saying. Like when we were talking, I was telling you about the Arc Raiders. You watched the Arc Raiders trailer, right? And you saw it was just, it was like, oh, I want to live in that post-apocalyptic world. I want to try that out. I want to be with my buddies.
Right.
I want to take that giant crab monster and just move the hell on. But I get what you're saying. It's just we can't even be individuals anymore while we're claiming we're protecting individuality.
Yeah, and I believe individuality is the only thing that breeds creation.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
It is. Well, can I ask you a question then? Because of that,
of course.
You how did you develop getting into wanting to do voices and Sir TalksALot? Because like in a way that's your own individuality, but your voice is many voices, but it's all from one individual. So technically, you will speak for many, all from the same person.
Yeah. I actually got into voice acting more on a dare. Stuff
really?
Like that. Yeah, we were doing Cards Against Humanity, and I was using my many voices that I had already had to read the cards and do the answers and just make it 10 times funnier than it was. And everyone at the table was like, you should do voice acting. So I got into it. I started talking to people in the community. I started getting small tips from people. Robin Armstrong, who runs voice coaching out of LA, he's an awesome guy. He gave me some tips and stuff, and I decided to do YouTube because I don't want to be in mainstream content right now. I very easily could. I fired my agent. I got rid of everybody that was connected to the mainstream, and I know it's a shot in the dark, but I'm just kind of waiting for casting to go back to normal before I get back into it. But it was more or less just a dare. Like, do this. Okay. And here I am. So I got into YouTube because of my brother, though.
So he's currently buried in a closet somewhere.
I don't know what he's doing.
No.
He might be in the closet.
Oh, there's air holes somewhere in one of the boxes in the basement.
Yeah, I think I punched one in there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I heard
he's the
an
reason
owl.
I'm on YouTube. So
Why is that?
he introduced me to the Phantom Menace back at the end of 2019. And it just seemed like a really fun way to connect with people. And yeah, he lost heart a little bit in 2020 because of how saturated everything got with everyone doing the streaming stuff. And so I'm going to be on his video game stream later today on Twitch.
That's cool.
We'll see how that goes. I don't stream video games, so we'll see if I get him banned within the first 20 minutes or so.
Have you tried it though? Like just playing a game but doing a different voice of your character? That way it could be like, this character invades Elden Ring, and then you can change it up.
I might do that. We tried streaming a few games back in the day, but like I just
Bored.
Well, it's not so much boredom as it is like I find myself worried about getting him in trouble for the shit that comes out of my mouth, because I say things that, especially when playing video games, that by today's standards, probably not within the terms of service. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as long as you, well, yeah, like the word like retarded.
Yeah.
I haven't said,
Yeah.
and Chris Hansen words, and yeah. See, I'm very very finicky because it's like I can't drop those at a hat, but I have to keep my mouth in check. But I get it. That's why you just try it. Yeah. So as long as you don't say simp, you're okay. We're not on Twitch, are we?
Nah.
All right, good. So I just got you canceled on Twitch without even trying.
Oh, that's okay. I don't even remember my Twitch login stuff. I'm gonna have to fix all that.
Anybody? I bet anything. Your password is mumbles. That's right. I just gotta get close.
Yeah, that's okay. You can get as close as you want.
All right. It still looks like you're shrinking. It looks like my head is giant, and you're like from the Munchkin village, just doing an interview with me after I crushed the witch.
Tell me, sir, how did it feel to crush that bitch?
Do it again and again and again.
You didn't.
Now my mouth don't work.
House.
No, I just use my ass.
Just the left cheek.
Oh yeah, exactly. But no, that's cool. I'm glad you're still doing stuff with your family, though. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't do that as much, or they don't understand it. So that's awesome.
Oh, hello, Trinoculus P. I'm glad you could join us. So, my brain went dead. Stream brain.
Let's go. How much pot do you go through in a stream?
In a single stream, none.
Oh, okay.
Before the streams, you know,
I cleaned up my last dispensary. That was 20 minutes ago. Heaven forbid they find me.
Now, if we're being totally honest, by the time I'm on comic streams Monday nights, I'm pretty toasty.
You have that look. You have that look of like, I want to say stuff, but I just forgot it.
Yeah, that's 80% of the time. That's what I'm all like, I got something awesome to say. What?
How did you deal with comics? Wait, the interview's turning around. I'm sorry. How did you end up on Comics' stream though? Like, it's crazy.
Well, it started out with me tagging him in some Friday Night Tights chat room, and then connecting on Twitter and just bullshitting. And then he asked me if I wanted to be on Monday nights, and there I was. So, been riding his coattails a little bit,
I'll just ride your coattails. So every time you get invited, just send me the streamer. Like, I'll just make it worse for everybody. I'm like,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We always need a little drama, so why not?
Oh yeah, because I have drama no matter where I go, followed by trauma and earthquakes. Wait,
you should get a better chair.
Oh yeah, I needed a chair. Actually, my armrest is breaking, and that creaking sound is like my self-esteem slowly leaking out of what's left of a memory foam cushion.
Short-term memory is fleeting on the cabbage or in older age. Yes, it is. That cabbage, man.
I don't eat cabbage. That's fucked up. But no, that's cool. But yeah, honestly, I don't know.
So you said you have a busy week this week, huh? You can be on a lot of streams.
Actually, you're the first stream I've been on that's not my normal routine. Next to like being on comics a couple of times when I'm covering the fall of Canada and the rise of Trudeau. Not getting any more into that.
Right.
But other than that, yeah, I think I'm on Brandon's for Saturday. We're talking. I think it's the Trigon movie. Lunch table usually is on Fridays, but I'm streaming usually anywhere from 4 to 8 hours a day, depending.
Hell yeah. Well, got to earn that cheddar, right? Got to get that money.
Yeah. Stop super chatting. Just use the PayPal link. Everyone just use the PayPal link. It goes directly to me. You lose 30%, and I could buy beer quicker because really, I have a beer fund. I have a beer fund now actually attached to my channel description because after Ottawa, I was like, okay, here's the Canadian beer fund. Yeah, that's the best thing ever. They're like, here's for your beer and pizza. I'm like, thank you for the obesity. I hope I'm living tomorrow to stream again about how good that pizza was. No, there's some good people. Like YouTube has been fantastic.
Hell yeah. This is the best hobby I've ever had. Honestly,
I love it. It's the job that I wanted to do because I do have a network engineering degree. I just don't give a crap about it.
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of wasting my psychology degree, but I'd be wasting it if I was doing anything else too. So
I am not DSP channeled. I haven't started touching myself with the camera on and playing it off. I was just scratching or something. I do.
But you want to.
Yeah, I do. Really, right now. Every time I look at you, I just get this urge to like rub a testicle until a genie comes out.
The genie with 10 terabytes.
3 seconds of wishes. Yeah, 3 seconds of wishes. There it is. Oh, damn. I didn't make a wish again.
Hello, Stephen Ransom Cisno. Glad you could make it, sir.
But,
or ma'am, depending on how, whatever.
It's pronoun. That's it. Yeah. That's terrifying. One day I'm going to wake up like, we have a new ID card. What's that? Well, see, it's this T-shirt with the "Hi, my name is stupid," and then it has all your pronouns, what you want to be called underneath it. I'm like, that's great. What is your name? My name is Webster's. What does that mean? Well, you can just comment every word's in the goddamn dictionary. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. Just don't care. Pick a word. I am Webster's. Here we roar.
Dude, that pronoun stuff gets me every time. I'm not gonna lie. Like, people are fucking nuts with that shit. Like,
I can't. Have you? And don't go to my Twitter feed, okay? Because the last couple of days, I don't know if you've seen it. I'm trying to have logical debate with them, and I'm like, I put like, did you see the J.K. Rowling thing when she went after Vosh and was correcting him?
Yeah.
And all I wrote was for me, to be honest, I find the terminology "cis" derogatory, and then everyone kept coming on my feed telling me, well, that's not derogatory. It's how you're taking it. I'm like, no. If someone is calling me an effing cis, that's hostile. That sounds derogatory. It doesn't matter if it's on me or not. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, you're still debating the fact that then it gets to the point where they can't win no more. So they start calling you a dumbass and all this stuff. And I'm like, you're proving my point right now. And I'm just, logic is lost. That is the theme of the last 2 years. Logic is lost.
Yes. See, I spent so long trying to become a logical, rationally minded individual, only to get into the world and find out that those skills are practically unused in today's world.
You can use them in sign language because half the people don't understand it. So technically you win every conversation with that type of logic.
I guess, yeah.
The logic of the middle finger goes such a far place. But it's just, no. I don't get the pronouns because at the end of the day, like, I'm just like, is that how you identify? That's great. But I'm going to call you by your name first. Right. That's why you're named when you're born.
Right. Thank you. And it just shows the lack of identity that individuals have in today's society, the lack of awareness they have for themselves. And when I see pronouns in bios and stuff, I never see it as a good thing.
Could I make a small political joke?
Of course.
Do you know what Justin Trudeau's pronouns are?
What?
He hid.
He hid. Yes, he did.
But like, yeah, it's just no. I don't like. And they're like, well, I'm like, why is fat in your name? Because you can call me fat and not feel bad about it. You're not fat shaming. Like, it makes them uncomfortable. I'm like, well, you've been calling me Fat Steven now for about 3 weeks, so get used to it. I'm fat. I'm huge. I'm fat. I'm so fat. Fatty.
I'm still waiting for the people that start using it as a pronoun.
Well, then the clowns will get pissed off. We've already seen Stephen King's It. We already know it has that claimed. It can't really be like people identifying as trees, dolphins, staplers, red staplers, Office.
I believe you took my stapler.
Yeah. My stapler.
Fucking love that movie. That's a movie that has never gotten shitty. Like
the TPS reports. Oh my god.
It's aged so well.
My favorite line is still Jennifer Aniston. You want my flare? Here is my flare. You see this? This is my flair. He's just flipping off the whole restaurant. I'm like, that's right. That's how you do it at Applebee's. Right there. The cheesecake is good.
I like Daryl. The pronouns are bad and gay.
You'd have fun with them if you ever got a chance to be on the vac tube. They're good people over there. Daryl
On the
and
what?
Arlene. The vac tube. Daryl and Arlene.
Vac tube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like the
Have to check
suction of
it out.
space or something like that. I don't really listen to Daryl much, even though I'm on the panel. So I tune him out.
You get dumped in the lobbies because you're fat. You actually get kicked out because of fat?
Probably. I got kicked out of so many lobbies. Like, hey, what's going on? Boom. Wow, okay. I don't even get to say hello. The Phasmophobia lobbies. It's great. And I'm like, this is turning out to be a great stream night. And then
Like, it's my name.
Yeah. It literally is. Imagine if I still kept the original name. Fat Steven Seagal beat up Ryan Johnson. Imagine putting that in the lobby. Why is your name so long? I don't know, keep people away.
TLDR.
Yeah, Fat Steven too long didn't eat.
How long could you survive on your fat reserves?
Enough for Kotaku to actually write a legit article that an asteroid is going to hit us. That's pretty much what I'm going to go with. There's an asteroid about to hit Earth. Well, not really. It's going to pass about 4 miles outside. I'm like, oh, that's not hitting. That's grazing.
I love those doomsday fucking, like, asteroid's going to hit Earth. It's missing us by 4 million miles.
I'm like, that's the best part. I'm like, are they going to bring? I don't think it's the asteroids. I think it's the aliens going. Nope, not yet. We're done. It's nice to talk about actual nonsense and make no sense. It's the best thing in the world.
Hell yeah. That's why I exist. Honestly. Nonsense. Randomness. Oh.
Coattails.
Uh-oh. I think we got a Ko-Fi script. We sure did.
Is it a good one or a bad one?
Hold on. I'm going to just check this out. Elegabilis. Sent you a promotional for your role on tonight's Yelling at Parked Cars. All right. I'm just going to drop this here, and it says, tonight's Yelling at Parked Cars involves you creating sound effects for a karate attack by Russians on Dick's Division. Hitting, cracking, swishing, hacking, screaming, yelling. 10 to 15 seconds of havoc. Nick's femme fatales save the day. Yes, Nick's the hero. Of course Nick's the hero. You always got to make somebody else the hero. I want to be the... No, I don't want to be the hero. Make me the villain. I'm okay with that.
You should get Nick to do an interview with like Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs and see how long it takes before he eats them.
I would give it like 5 minutes. 5 minutes because, I mean, Nick is an addict when it comes to pizza.
He's always eating.
Yeah. Yep. His girl just is all like, here's more food. He makes me so jealous when he starts getting down on like the exotic jerkies and stuff like that. I'm yelling at him all the time in the private chat, like.
So these are pretty much your crew from. So has the Yelling at Parked Cars like given you what you've needed so far from YouTube in a way? Because I know those are all great dudes. Even getting Toxic Man Flu now, who pops up in the panel and actually starts talking. You got George. Everyone's yelling George.
Yeah. He always shows up like right after I leave. I think he's avoiding me. So
I think he is. I think he doesn't want to like answer your love letters or whatever else you're doing in the backstage.
But I don't quite understand the question. Did it give me what I needed?
In a way, since you've been on Comics Division now for I don't know how long and doing like the parked cars and developing like connections with those people, has it like given you some not peace but kind of fulfillment in a way that you get to be a part of yourself that you haven't tapped into yet?
Yeah. Being on that panel has actually been one of the coolest and greatest things that I've ever gotten to do. It's fulfilling to a degree on like exposure and stuff, but I take way more out of it from the relationships that I develop and actually getting friendships out of it, getting to meet new people when comics has the guests on and stuff. As a person who's always had trouble meeting new people, especially in
short
real
people.
life. Well, it makes me feel good when I'm taller than someone, so that's not so hard. But when it comes down to like meeting new people in general, I'm a nervous wreck 80% of the time, especially in real life, as I demonstrated in Vegas by standing in a corner, the whole time.
You
But
did?
more or less, I stood there having a panic attack for like a good hour and a half, talking to people here and there. But it was like, I'm going to die. But like the Culture Casino, Nick Weiser, and Comics Division are probably the three most important people in my YouTube sphere right now. And that's just because of who they are as people. Hail to the king, baby.
Lord Farquaad.
Yep. He talks about the thing in the way that, that the other people, they do the thing and then sometimes might work out with the stuff.
It's awesome, though.
That man knows how to beat around a bush.
Culture?
Yeah.
Yeah, he never getting him to swear is the hardest point ever. But when you do get him to swear, you clip it. Like I got him going, you're all effing dickheads. So I was like, all right,
yeah.
Cool, I got this. And no, I'm glad because you guys all seem to have you guys seem to be like your own type of FNT without being FNT, right? And
I suppose
300, almost 300 people agree. So you're doing something great. So it's fun watching. It's like seeing how you guys coming out of your shell. I'm the same way. Ever since the way things happen, not being able to go into my house, my dealing with people I learned from retail went out the window, and I hate even being outside for 10 minutes around people like this at a convenience store. It's just it's a wreck, right? Headphones on, look down, just get through, get out, and go, and it's just.
Yep.
If it wasn't for YouTube, I'd probably be like that dude I interviewed today. I was reacting to today, talking from stiff shit about my van. Oh my god! See, I'm not talking facts. These are all dots. All of these are dots. I don't have any facts. You should go out and find the facts for me while I label these people as weirdos and conspiracy theorists. Oops, I used the wrong word.
The low information approach.
Yeah. Culture swears like a trucker at night. I have yet to see all that swearing. His idea of swearing is like nincompoop.
He gets going, bro. He does.
Really? I have not seen this yet.
Yeah, when you get him pissed off and a little bit of liquor in him, he can hold his own. That's for sure. He reminds me of my dad back in the day. Mm. He puts on this air of calm and collectedness, but inside, he's ready to blow up and just tell these people to eat a giant bag of dicks. And, I hope tonight's going to be a little bit of a rare culture where he lets loose a little bit.
What's the subjects tonight, or am I terrified to ask?
I don't find that out until maybe an hour or so before the stream, which is a good time to mention the fact that I never read the articles beforehand. So that's why I stumble on them all the time. Well,
that's perfectly the way to do it because you wasn't still as bad as culture and comma. It's all one big sentence, comma. I thought he was going to lose his mind. Where's the pronunciation? Oh my God, it was hilarious. But, yeah, is it true comics is Mighty Max size? Everyone keeps making short jokes, and I keep seeing this more and more. So is he actually short? Because I don't know if he was down in Vegas. I know what Paul Amusement was, Nick was. I know some World Class Bullshitters was, Nerdrotic, Jeremy, everyone was. What the hell am I looking at?
Okay, so this was just before I bounced, and this is actually a very accurate representation of the fact that I am the tallest person in our group.
Oh, shit.
And Culture is slightly bending down. I'm pretty sure Nick is just drunk and having us hold him up. But that is him standing up straight as far as Comics Division goes. So
he looks like a drunken Vincent Price.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. But yeah, you guys look like a good team, and I bet Culture still misses his hair. Yeah, oh, there you go. Now you're in the middle, and now there's two of you.
Oh, what is this?
What the hell is she doing with her hands?
Sorry.
What the hell happened to her face? Oh my God.
Dude, I saw this and thought she was having a stroke.
I don't know. That's the stupid stuff I do. I'll bring up the fat women personality once in a while. I'll lose my crap on that. But yeah, you guys are great. What the hell happened to her face? I watched my first T rally on the weekend, right? Then I went into TDS compilations, and I was like, holy crap, y'all fucking Americans are nuts. And I'm just sitting there going, "This is why I don't watch it anymore." Like when I turned off the TV, I've turned off the TV. Like it could be another monitor, but it just sits there, and I'm just like, never again. Fat women is in love, yeah, with Nancy Ice Cream Pelosi. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know, but it's like it's awesome. Like, yeah, Vegas I heard was a blast, right? It was like literally a blast, something that a lot of people needed.
It was a good time. I had a good time despite all the anxiety and bullshit, and I'm looking forward to the next meetup. I'm probably not ever going back to Vegas again, just full disclosure. So when it hits Florida or Texas, I'm 100% making it to those ones. So
What you need to do is get like see how you're sitting right now with your normal backdrop you have usually, not that one. And what you do is you print it off and get it done as a cardboard cutout, so someone can you have it like attached behind them, like you're sitting at the desk and you're sitting at the desk with them, just walk around like that. That'd be awesome.
that would be pretty fun, actually.
Because you can actually have them in the car going back to where they go. So I have now been in this state, this state, this state, and this state. Well, how'd you get there? Well, I just had a cardboard cutout and someone took a picture. That's better. Yeah. Or they can have we threw Sir TalksALot in the Grand Canyon. You make a detour, just there he goes.
I actually did make a detour to the Grand Canyon on my way home.
How was it?
It was a big old hole in the ground. I mean, it was all right.
What's the big deal? It's just a hole. There's nothing going on. There's no. That's like when you go to Toronto for the first time. You're like, that doesn't look like a penis at all. Why do people keep calling the CN Tower the penis and balls if it's not right?
So, would you ever
Okay.
consider coming down for a meetup?
I don't know if you were following in 2021 when my dad got put in the hospital, right?
Right.
But he just got back into starting to walk for himself, like maybe a couple weeks ago. So that's quite a recovery.
It's good progress.
It is good progress, but the problem is also funding getting down there. I would have to walk around with this mask on because nobody except for a select few friends that I can actually call like online family or siblings know what I actually look like. And I don't want to ruin that because like a lot of people, they either picture this Steven or they picture whatever's in their head. And I don't want to ruin what imagery they make because then it takes away the whole thing.
Right.
But I would love to, honestly. I like when everything was going down and we were covering Ottawa, I was like, I need to get the fuck out. I need to call up Bruce Lombardo and borrow that couch that he offered. And my dad can poke air holes in the cage, and my dad can sit in cargo. I'll sit in first class, and we'll escape Canada. And it's like I can't get down there. There's no way for me to get down there. Like I said, disability and all that, and YouTube doesn't pay all the bills, but it helps with little things. And when people in the chat support you, it's great. But
yeah,
I would love to, but I also take away all the, even if it was not funding, I'm the only one here taking care of my dad.
Right.
He comes first.
Right. Well, life definitely happens, and you got to definitely have your priorities up. I think taking care of your dad is a fantastic thing. My wife and I are living caretakers for my mother-in-law. And as you know, that takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. And I think that that's an incredibly noble thing, being able and being willing to take care of your parents, because we're in a big family. We have 15 plus people that could take care of my mother-in-law, but none of them stepped up. Not a single one of them at a single time have stepped up, not even to take her out to fucking lunch. So it's, I admire you for that. That gets close to home for me. So
no, I get what you're saying, because that sucks, because I have two younger brothers, and when the hospital thing happened, it was a battle just to get them to come up and to like just pick up the clothes he was asking for them to pick up, because I don't drive. And the thing that bothered me the most out of all of this was while he was in the hospital and they did come by, or even when they didn't come by, they never called to ask if I was doing okay.
Right.
And then right then and there showed the detachment that they will care about him, but they only caring to a certain extent unless they have to do something. And I was just like,
right.
Y'all got your priorities mixed up. And
for sure.
Family won't be around forever. Nobody will.
And you better cherish it while you got it. That's the huge message everybody needs to understand. So Toxic Man Flu says, there are certain things I never want to see. Fat Steven in real life is one of the things my eyes couldn't take.
Thanks a lot.
Hello, Mr. Flu. Good to see you. That's
Asshole.
funny. Well, if there's one thing Tox is really good at, it's having asshole moments. Just kidding. Remember to donate.
Donate. Oh. No. He's cool. He's bought a couple of my cups, and his wife has stolen them.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, I mean, out you toxic, but no, it's yeah. I would love to get down there, but the problem is I would have to go down there and just say I'm a fan, and hopefully no one picked up on my voice.
Right.
It would be undercover.
Well, I mean, if ever in the future you have a change of heart, we would gladly have you there. I mean, I know I would gladly welcome you there, and if nobody else did, you and I could go get some lunch. So
that'd be awesome. You know. I would think a sushi bar would be in order. I love sushi,
dude.
But
yes,
but that's the biggest thing there, though. It's like it's really hard when it's talking behind a screen. This chair is pissing me off now. It's like you fatty, fat. Little Britain, I got stuck in my head. But are you done? Thank you, chair. Swear to God. I'm trying to put my elbow on the desk and it wants. There it is. It was squeak. But no, it's not even that. It's just like, well, be like you're saying, like you have anxiety with big groups of people. For me, I would be walking around with a Walkman all the time, and I wouldn't know how to approach them head on. Like, still, there's one person that I've always wanted to talk to, like on a one-on-one live, or just talk about like what Babylon 5 or why he became that scary erotic, because him in a way was the inspiration of why things kicked off, as well as other channels like Loki, Mexican Iron Man. All that stuff, FNT, Heal versus Bit, all of it. And he's the only one I haven't been able to, well, I've reached out to, but I know he's busy, that I've always wanted to talk to, not to thank him in like celebrity status, and thank you from the fact that I would probably be in a different place. Like same with Umbrella Guy. Umbrella Guy's a great guy and stuff too, and he's popped up in the chats once in a while. I would rather talk to someone one-on-one and just discuss how things are, but this is the same question everyone asks, and not just have like a shit on fest at the same time. Yeah, I think that there's way too much shitting on my channel feed. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying it's a generalization. Yeah, everyone seems to be pointing out the bad in everything, and it's like, well, what happened to the whole pro and con list of life? You can still like hate things and find the enjoyment in the things at the same time. Like that's why cheesy B movies are so awesome, because they're so bad and so good. Why can't we apply that to other things? And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's the people need to be appreciated that in the same manner without feeling like it's a personal attack.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it's been 52 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and you know what that means. I'm going to call it. So make sure to, if you're not subscribed to Fat Steven, which is a fat chance, go subscribe to Fat Steven. Find me on Twitter at The Good Voice Guy. I will be doing a video game stream with my brother here in a little bit. I'll share that link out on Twitter when we got that all set up. And catch us tonight yelling at parked cars. As always, Thursday night throwdown. Next Monday, I'm bringing Culture back for a third round for Talking with TalksALot. And make sure to follow this guy everywhere, Fat Steven. I mean, he's hard to miss.
Follow the Tremors. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Yep. Thank you for having me, bastard. I always feel bad after this. Did I say the wrong thing?
You're
check your coffee, he says.
Check my coffee. Oh, man.
I am definitely checking my PayPal. No, there's nothing. You son of a bitch.
Okay. That's me, Toxic Man Flu, for $10. Wow, sir. Thank you very much. He says, that's me, Major Asshole. We know. That's why we love you.
Yeah.
That and your memes.
You're getting better. Any work.
Yeah.
Ooh. Speaking of meme, hold on.
You're good. I'm a meme junkie. I'll wait for this.
All right. Remember the KFC thing where they were doing that drumstick shit?
Yeah.
It was a real tweet. You know what I'm talking about? The real tweet, the drumstick was shaped as the Black Lives Matter fist in the shadow.
I don't remember that. I might have missed that one.
You're going to laugh at this then. This did not age well. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
It was a real tweet. It was real. I'm not joking. It was real.
Wow.
Yeah. Crap. I need to do those. Oh, he hasn't done any memes, but no. Thank you for having me. I didn't
Hell
mean to
yeah.
beg
Thank
so
you for
much.
being on. And I will gladly have you on anytime.
Just reach
let-
out.
Yeah. Oh, I will. Knowing
You're
that
always welcome
free,
to pop
I will.
on if you want to yell at shit going on with convoys or conspiracy theories.
All right.
I really wish
Hell
I could
yeah.
need Wes Moody on that one too. Just like, here, you can listen to this guy. You know where he's making sense in this?
Hell yeah.
No, I had a good time.
I'd
Thank you.
love to be on your channel. That'd be great.
Everyone's welcome. It's an open door policy. As long as like the rules are, just respect the house, respect the chat, the panel. If it treat it like your house. If you don't want someone crapping on your carpet, why are you crapping on mine? That's it.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch you later. Thank you as always. And have a wonderful day.
I have gas.
That's unfortunate.
It is.
Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed the show, then hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure to tell your friends to come by next week for more fun. This is Talking with TalksALot. Have a wonderful day.